What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Life Stories with Winder. Today, I am hanging out with the coolest of the coolest dudes that ever lived and walked on this planet. He goes by the name of Patient. Some people call him Patience. Some people call him the champion of the people. All the way in Toronto, we are coming live and direct to you guys virtually, thanks to Google Meets. Welcome to the show, bro.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thanks for having me.
I'm very excited to have you on the show because I've followed your journey for quite a bit now because I followed you on Instagram since it's been a while. Since you used to box, I used to see your boxing videos. So I'm very excited to hear your whole story today and get to know you. So without further ado, do you want to introduce yourself in your own words to the people?
Yeah, sure, for sure. Hey, my name is Patient, and I come from DRC Congo. I live in Uganda for about 9 years. I live in Thailand for about 10 years. Canada, maybe 6 months now. I was here for 6 months, and I went back to Thailand for 2 years, and then come back here to Canada for now. Now it's about six months now. Yeah. I started my fitness journey with CrossFit, and then I went to powerlifting and strongman, and I won a few competitions in Thailand. Still have some few records in Thailand. Also, I try to box a little bit sometimes, but I'm mostly for weightlifting.
Dude, CrossFits, man. That sounds very interesting. How did you get into CrossFits? What is CrossFits? For those of us that don't even know what that is.
CrossFit, it's like everything you can throw to you, or everything that can throw to human beings, bro. It's like daily life, it's like you being physically fit by doing some incredible stuff, like Olympic lifting, gymnastic, powerlifting, strongman stuff. It's like a fitness redefined.
Is this something that you always wanted to do since you were a child, or how did you get into this?
No, bro. This is actually a funny story because when I was in Congo, I was as a mechanician in Congo. So I used to fix cars like that, and also I work as a bus driver, as a conductor and then a bus driver. When I was in Uganda, I was looking to be also a bus mechanician or a bus driver, but I ended up being a bus driver at the school. When I went to yeah. When I went to Thailand, I wanted to be a bus driver or a truck driver, like this big truck, these containers. But I realized in Thailand, as a foreigner, cannot be none of those. Those are jobs for Thais only. Yeah, so like you cannot be a maid, you cannot be any work, any physical work. Foreigner cannot do. Foreigners can only do jobs that like you have to be specialized. You have to be expert in something. So then you can work. But if you like, let's say English teachers, okay, because they are not English countries, so English teachers, it's okay. You can get a job.
Oh, wow.
You can be even like an IT. You have to be so good in order to get an IT job there.
Wow.
So yeah, so that way I started in fitness. The church I was going to, because I was living in the church also. I was working out in my bedroom. So the church was in the first floor and I was in third floor. My roommate was Nigerian and he saw me doing like a push-up, a little bit of dumbbell, getting it on two chairs, do dips and everything like that. And then there's this guy that my friend from the church, he owns a gym. And I said, hey, your friend Nathan, he have a CrossFit gym. We should talk to him and see if he can let you go and check it out. So I say, and then I saw him in the church one Sunday. I said, hey bro, that's 2014, January. I heard that you have a gym. I said, yeah, you should come check it out. So I went to check it out. And that's how my journey of fitness started.
Wow. So what was your impression the first time you went to the gym when you went to check out this gym? Like what happened there that led to now you being like, I'm doing this professionally?
Yeah. So the first thing first, I went in there, I see people working out, like I look in, there is no machines,
Really?
As African, it's only barbells. As Africans, it's like, you want to get big, we always like, you want to look big, everybody's scared of you. You walk in the streets, everybody say, wow, this guy is big, and everybody just be scared. It's always in our mindset because I was just coming from Africa. And when I was there, I was like, there's no machine here. What am I going to do, I started looking around and around and around. I'm like, so I end up just sitting on the sofa and just looking people working out, do all these crazy movements, all this, those movements that we used to do when you're a child, like a handstand walk,
Yeah.
all of that, like people are struggling. I'm like, I used to play like this when I was young.
Oh wow.
So I just sit there. Yeah,
You were used to
I
it
sit
already.
there for. Yeah, I'm already know of most of those moves because that's how we play. You know, like you do this like a backflip, you do pull-ups, you do handstand walk, you do all this when we were a child because we are out there.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't really like, we don't need to do gymnastics most of the time at school.
Wow.
So I go there at least for a week, and all I do is to sit on the sofa and watch people walking out.
Wow. That sounds amazing. So how did that transition? I guess I keep asking you this. I'm like, how did this become professional? Like, what is that? What
So
did that look like?
so so for me sitting there, they start asking me to join the workout. I joined the workout, so I was about to die. I didn't come for 1 week, and then next time I come, because I was learning school at the I was learning English at the time, so I didn't really like I didn't have a lot of time in my hands. So I need to go where people are. So and this is the only place I could go and hang out to just look at people, even if I'm not talking to them, because my English was still even broken. So I went there, and then they started asking me to come and join the workout. And I joined the workout, and then I died, and then I quit. Joined the workout and died and quit. So I keep trying, but I don't like it. And then there is this one time I was, because also, as I said, I had so much time in my hands. I already watched all the movies I could think on Netflix. I already watched anything that you could think of on YouTube, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, all the comedians, because they're trying to learn English as fast as possible. And then I'm like, I run out of things. Even I watch Divorce Court, bro.
Oh wow. Wow. That's funny.
With Dr. Phil, and I think some other famous, like, USA, they have all this kind of stuff. And then I get in a point where I am like, now I have nothing to do. And then I see my roommate on the other side is watching something. I say, hey bro, what are you watching? And then he told me, this time I have a roommate from Taiwan. He's also a CrossFitter. He told me, hey, I'm watching the CrossFit game. And I said, the CrossFit game, they have game? I said, yes. What do you mean game? I thought, like, game. Game.
Yeah.
That's in my
Like
mind.
a video game.
And I said, no. Yeah. And then I'm like, and then I said, no. Game. I said, no, it's a game competitions. Oh, they do competitions. And then I say, yeah. And they win money? I say, yes, they win money. And I say, how much? And then I say, $250,000 plus. Huh?
Wow.
Please, can you write for me down? I want to see the number.
Yeah.
And then he write the number down for me, and then I look, I say, huh? This much? I can buy the whole village.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I know. So, you know what I did?
Uh-huh.
I said, okay, send me the link. So he sent me the YouTube link, so I started watching. And I watch this guy called Jason Kalipa doing the overhead squats of 365 pounds. And I said, this is my guy. This is my inspiration now. Bro, since that day I watch CrossFit game, I go to the gym at 6 a.m. and leave at 2 p.m.
Wow. How many hours is that?
That's about 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours. Yeah.
So you were very
Every day,
motivated.
Monday, Saturday.
So were you working out because you wanted to join the CrossFit challenge and win the money?
Yes.
Did you end
That's what I
up?
was there for.
Yeah. Did you end up joining
No, I
it?
didn't end up.
Yeah.
I joined the local ones in Thailand or in Asia, but I didn't get to the one in America, which is the big ones. The CrossFit game, I didn't get to that level, but I realized in life that I don't have to go that far. I can actually make my world right here and make actually more than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, because I was pushing myself so much, like I want to get there. Also, in the same point, I didn't have coach. I was my own coach. I was, yeah. So even if I'm pushing myself, I didn't have the knowledge to go that far as at the young age that I was, because most of the people that I go that far, most of the time, they are below 30s, like at 20s, 22, because they still got it. But for me, it's like the clock is kicking, and so, but I'm like, even if I don't go there, but I can make this one for like a job, like a living, I can make it into a professional and make more than just that, so, but my first 6 months, So when I started going there every day, the gym asked me to make sure they will pay me, but I just make sure that everything in the gym is clear, you know. And that one they will pay me. They will pay me around $300. You know, yeah. No, that was like $150 per month. And then after 6 months, they ask, hey, you wanna be an assistant coach? We're gonna give double what you are getting. I say, yeah, sure.
Wow.
So I become an assistant coach in 6 months
Wow.
because I'm there like 6 to 8 hours per day.
Yeah.
6 days a week.
Wow. So you were
You know,
committed,
so
yeah.
but I was committed, and that quick, like people see, like because I was start getting fit, people start asking, "Hey, you should coach me." I'm like, "How am I gonna coach you? You are white, I'm black." I don't know even the English. As you know, in Africa, most of us we think like white people knows everything.
Yeah, I know that perspective, yeah.
So yeah, so I'm a little bit twisted. I don't believe that I can do it, but people see like the way I train, I can actually coach them, and the way I look, I can actually coach them. So some people they'll say, okay, we're gonna pay you money, come and coach training me at the park. So I'll get the workout from the gym, I scale it, I modify it a little bit, and then I go and coach them at the park.
Oh, wow.
In Yeah, so I was an assistant coach and doing personal training on the side. And this is still within 2014.
And this is all happening within 6 months, right?
6 months, yeah. And that still before the end of 2014, I was already coach.
Now
I was already coaching.
now the main coach, not the assistant coach anymore.
Yeah. No, the main coach. Well, no main coach because we have coach, that's normal coach, and then you have the head coach.
Okay.
So I was the main coach. I was just coach at the time, and then they sent me to like 3 hours from Bangkok, from the capital city, and down there I was a coach, and then I have to do like a different test because the company that I was working for is from North California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I have to record myself GoPro the entire time that I'm coaching, and then I'll send that footage to America so that they see like if I'm the one they're looking for, so that's they can hire me. So I did that. That's at least like every day for like a month almost. I have to send footages to America, like a 1 hour long videos.
Yeah. So how did that go? Did you end up getting the
Yeah. I got the job. I was there for 6 months. I worked there for 6 months, and then two of the many coaches to the gym that I was working for, they quit. So they asked me to come back to Bangkok. So I went back to Bangkok. So I became the main coach. Then I became the head coach there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was the duration? What's the timing between between the time you started to the time you became the main coach?
I think less than a year, bro.
Less than a year. That is impressive.
Yeah, less than a year.
That's very impressive. And this
Yeah,
is something that you didn't even know anything about. You just saw somewhere.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Just the money. I saw the money motivate me, and I go for it, and that's it. I have no idea, bro. Yeah, and the people believed in me. People want to learn from me, you know.
Yeah.
And it also coming from African backgrounds. You understand what I mean? It's like coming from African coaching, like all like people from around the world.
Wow.
Not actually in my classes. I never have an African.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah. So it was like was insane. It was insane.
How did this impact your life? This change and this newfound passion. How did this impact your life?
In my opinion, it impacts a lot. Because Thailand, it's like a land of smile. It's like everybody's soft. And when I come from Africa, I was too aggressive to a lot of people. Like just the way I approach things was totally different. But I want this. It really impacts my life on a point where that I learned how to become more softer. You know, to become more humble. You know, like to calm down, to actually listen to people. You know, to just become a better person. You know. Yeah.
Wow.
It really transformed my life. Yeah, it really transformed my life. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So fast forward. So this is 2024. So that's about 10 years. So we're talking about 10 years ago. So I'm sure a lot has happened between the last 10 years. So do you want to take us through that journey? Are you still doing CrossFit up to today, or did you stop on the way? What happened with that?
So so a year after I came back as a head coach, I quit my job in Thailand and I decided to become a freelancer.
Oh wow, that's a
Yeah,
change.
so I decided to become I became a freelancer with no job. And because of the gym that I work at, they didn't want me to post, like to say like, hey, I quit my job, social media. We said that like, hey, I do this, I do that. So they didn't want me to say to post anything. And because I was loyal and I loved the place, it's like my home. That's where I started. I didn't post, but the first person that I told, hey, I'm not working at this place no more. I'll be looking for a job soon. Directly, that first person I messaged directly, bro, is like in Thailand, I set myself in a position where I don't need to look for a job. Job will look for me.
How do you say yourself like that? Like how do you position yourself
And
to?
even now, like people will look to sponsor me. They'll message me and like it's for me it's more like a business. Like you message me about this, and I'll message you. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But because you the one started me, I'll let you take the lead. Because if I try to ask you again, I give you the bargaining power.
Yeah.
So I promote myself so strong in a position where I have the bargaining power. So that's my thing. Yeah.
That's business right there. So you got the business mind too. That's the business side of things. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so transitioning to freelance, because I did freelance in Los Angeles for about 2 years, where I was working for myself doing video, and doing freelance and being employed is two different worlds. How did you navigate that? Were you discouraged at times? Did you stay motivated? How did you keep yourself motivated? How did you do it?
Bro, like when because I believe in God, right? And when I quit, I say God will provide for me. That's the only thing that I had. God will provide. No matter what, I don't have money, I quit my job, no problem, God will provide. So that was like the only thing I had, and not getting discouraged. And I now found a job. I was very confident that I'll get a job. And the first person I told you, she's a female, directly she said, hey, I have a few classes here, you do want to come and cover them? Wow. Say, yeah, sure, I'll cover them. Yeah. And another place, hey, I have one also, because this girl talked to this one, talked to that one. And I all of a sudden I already have 20 classes a week, 20 hours a week, and because also I was that popular, because I compete in CrossFit, I compete in strongman, I compete in powerlifting, I compete whatever the world will throw to me. So I get well known. Like everybody knew me, knew who I was, knew because also in the CrossFit industry in Thailand, I was the only black in that level, and I was like on the top. And until now, I'm still on the top, because some of the record that I set over 2022, 2020, nobody ever broke them.
Wow.
I have the biggest bench press in Thailand.
Really? That's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. I have the biggest bench press in Thailand. So on my body weight, the overall, if you calculate pound for pound, I have the biggest bench press, and nobody ever broke that.
Wow.
So I promote myself that strong in a position where everybody want to work with me. Whatever who want to know I don't have a job, they want to hire me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why when I become a freelancer, I wasn't worried so much. One, because I know God will provide for me. Two, I knew if I just say something, everybody know my position right now. Everybody want to work with me.
Yeah. So I guess my question is, there might be some people that are wanting to do businesses, or they're wanting to be entrepreneurs, or they're wanting to go freelance, right? When you're talking about you position yourself in a way that anyone wants to work with you, what are some of the practical ways someone can do that to be able to make themselves marketable in whatever they do, in anything that they're doing, to make sure that they are making themselves available and marketable and positioning themselves to attract the right people around them, the right clientele, the right You know, finances, money, connections. What are some practical things that
The
you
wa-
did or that you can
Number,
tell us? Yeah.
yeah. Number one, it's social media, bro.
Social media.
Social media, it's like a resume. It's like whatever you're good at, whatever you are selling, whatever you are doing, put out there. Show to people. Show to people how good you are. Show to people how you can help to improve whatever their goal is. If in fitness, show them that you are there and that you provide whatever necessary to help them. Because the people want to know, everybody trying to get something from someone. But if you don't put yourself out there, like let's say there's a lot of trainers, they don't post about themselves. People don't know them. Of course, they're gonna write a 3-page resume in order to get them to get known. But my resume is 1 page, and the other part is just my links to my social media. Because you can read who I am, but once you click the social media, you're gonna see, one, all my videos look professional. Two, you can see all my lifting right there. I don't need to talk much, but you can really see, because second, I have also like tutorial videos. I'm teaching how to do this, how to do that. So when you go to my social media, you kind of see everything that I do. You have no question to ask no more. Yeah, so that's how I promote myself that way, in a position where when you see what I do, then you want to work with me. And when you want to work with me, then that's when you're giving me the bargaining power. Yeah, so it's like all about the social media. So if you promote yourself strongly and show whatever you know, you put out there, and you show people that you can help them, everybody want to work with you.
Wow, that's amazing. So creating a proof of concept, essentially. Creating proof of concept that is quality, good quality, that it's has a professional look to it. You know, that people can actually not just hear about what you do, but also see what you do. That's amazing stuff, bro. That's amazing stuff. That's amazing stuff. So I want to know. So you're talking about Thailand. You're talking about right now. You're in Toronto. You lived in Uganda. You said for 10 years, almost 9 years, and then you lived in Congo prior to all this, right? This is a lot of cultures, man. Like, how did you navigate these cultures, all these cultures, going from place to place to place, and that how did that shape you as a person today?
Bro, it shaped me to like a crazy person, maybe. Because some people doesn't understand me. No more, even my family doesn't understand me, because I think so differently. I can see things, because I live in different culture. I live in different part of the world. I've seen things like I live in Uganda. In Uganda, life wasn't easy. I have to be smart in order to survive. I have to literally sell people things that they didn't need at the moment, but I need to promote it. I say, hey, I will just come to, hey, bro, do you know about this software? I say, yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, bro, this software will help you this and this and this. How come you are the only student don't have it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then from there, I say, really? I say, yeah, this one can help you, this can help you, this can help you, this. I say, okay, I can put your computer. I put the DVD. Don't give the DVD. I put the DVD, I install it, take it out. You don't have the software. You don't have the what is it? I forget the name how we call it. The actual, yeah. No, the actual software. I don't copy it in your computer. I just install it. So which means if you change the Windows, you need me again.
Oh, wow. You were hustling,
Yeah.
man.
So it gets paid. I'll come to you and I say, hey, bro, so you're Congolese, right? Did you eat sombe this time? When the last time you eat sombe? And you say, bro, I can't remember. You say, bro, do you know where they sell sombe? I say, no, I can get you sombe. I can get you sombe, I can get you macayabo, I can get you this. Let me go and buy it for you. You give me money, I'm going to buy it for you. So you're going to give me my tip, you're going to give me transportation. And then I'll probably not pay for transportation. I just walk, and then I have my tip. I get there, I bargain again. I get something. So all collection I put together, I get my own food for the whole week. So it makes me to me living all over some part of the world. It kind of makes me to a different person that I can see through.
Yeah. Wow, you're a survivor.
You know, I have to survive. I have to survive.
I can totally relate to that because I grew up all over the place too. Um, and you often wonder and ask yourself, so where exactly is home? Because you have had different experiences in different places, and all these places mean something to you, and all these places have taught you something. So I can totally relate to that. But I was gonna say that I always find it very fascinating. I think this is probably one of my favorite things about life is that something that you learn here today that you don't even think you're ever gonna use, when you get to a different phase of life, you can still use it in a different way. Will still benefit you. Nothing is wasted. Every experience that we go through in life applies to our next phase and the next phase and next season in life. I think it's always really cool. So what is the future for you right now? What are some of the things that you are looking forward to, specifically in CrossFit?
The future now is for me to get a seat on the table. The Thailander was on top of the game, and now I'm like coming to Canada. I need to definitely build myself and put myself out there. In June or July, I have a competition down in Quebec, Montreal, of CrossFit, and I want to compete in strongman. I want to compete in powerlifting, maybe here in Toronto and maybe in British Columbia. So that's where I'm going because I need to get a seat of the table. Of course, I'm getting in a position where I wanted to let me just stay down and just coach, because in Thailand I was more like I had master coach, because I also coach trainers in Thailand. I have my own academy called Sina Academy. So that's what the position I was, but now I'm like, I need to get that seat on the table. I need people to know me. I need people to notice me. I need people to because that's how I build myself. I build myself from competing, because if you don't compete, then how people gonna know me? Because the more heavy fitness, it's all about how strong you are, how heavy you can lift, how you basically need to be noticed, and the more you do that, the better things get. So I need to be out there. That's the future for my journey now.
That's amazing. This makes me wonder how how has it been transitioning from a space where you've already established yourself to, so to speak, starting over? Is that hard? How does that impact you? Like, how has that transition been for you?
I'll probably say it's not hard, just to think of the things that I had in Thailand. But I'm not really starting over because I stand from experience.
Yes, exactly. I was literally just thinking about the same thing. That when you start over, you're not really starting over because you're starting with more experience than the first time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got excited because I was thinking about the same thing. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. I'm starting off from experience in a country where I can actually establish myself, and also it's a country where it's like where almost everybody speaks two languages. Basically, you have French and English. Where in Thailand it was very hard because a lot of things is in Thai. So for me to grow there, it's actually an insane. It's an insane in a position where if you don't speak Thai, it's especially if you talk about social media. If you don't speak Thai, it's hard, and just the culture is a little bit different. But here in Canada, it's easier because almost my entourage where I do things, it's English, and then you go to Quebec is French. So and those are two languages that I know, and it makes my life a bit easier. And here people like are open for support, and like people here, a lot of people motivates the motivation, the willing of working hard. Here it's easier in a where I come from. It's more like you are begging people. It's more like you bow down to people in order for them to do what is good for them. But here it's more like people want to do that with you. And for me, having people like that want to do that with me, it's another level. It's more like it's like I feel like have you ever travel in your minds and you just go, and that's how I feel like. I feel like in Canada, most of the time I travel because what I'm doing and the people that I'm doing it with, they love it. And once they love it, I'm like just like a blown mind, and I feel like I'm just traveling, So I feel like this is a best opportunity for me to grow in my fitness journey and be the coach I can be and enjoy what I do. Because at the moment I can tell you, I'm really having a good time coaching just because most of the people that I'm coaching, they want to be coached, they want to grow, they want to lift the heavy, and they want to do what I love to do. So it's like an a mind blowing for me. It's like a good experience, and I love it.
Well, man, this has been really really fun to have you on the show today. I've learned a lot. I think if there's maybe a few words that define you, I think it's you're a survivor. I see resilience. You're focused. I feel very inspired. Even with your discipline, I think you have such great discipline, and all of us can learn from that. Do you have any final
Thank you.
words that you'd like to tell anybody that is on a journey uh, of life in any area of life? Any advice you have?
I think one what I can say is stay focused. Whatever you need, whatever your goal is in life, uh, stay focused on it, chasing it. They're gonna be the ups and down. Me being where I am today is not because it was that perfect. I have people that talk down to me. I have people that I say you cannot do it. I have people that I say uh, you won't be. It's not possible for you. But because I have a goal that I was chasing, then I was able to actually achieve every single box that I wanted. It was checked, and I'm still checking until today, checking my box because I set up my goals, right? So the more I set up my goals, and I set them like numbers, in numbers, so that it's easy for me to know. So I say like I will set let's say 1,000. I need to achieve 1,000. I need to achieve 2,000. I need to achieve 3,000. So like that. If you have something that you're chasing, don't look back. It doesn't matter what pull you back. Stay focused. Set up some goals. Set up mini goals, daily goals, stuff like that. Then the only way is to succeed.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for making time for this out of your busy day to talk to me and to talk to speak to our people here watching us from everywhere, whatever they'll be watching us from. Um, Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for watching us today. Until next time, this has been Life Stories. We'll see you next time. Same place, same day, every Friday.